everybody! So we have this video by Avocado Zodan, quitting a gacha game because of the community. We all know that gacha games tend to have very rabid or intense fan bases and fandoms linked to them. And of course, any kind of outrageous opinion gets heavily critiqued. It is what it is. It could be a rough time in the community if you don't, adhere to the overall status quo of what it is. So we're gonna watch this video and see what this is all referring to and talking about. I'm live every day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. All right, let's get into it.
The topic of today's video is one that I believe a majority of people haven't fully grasped the circumstances of, hence why I'm interested in talking about it. A few days ago, a Twitter user by the name of Para drew a lot of attention to themselves for posting that they're quitting Wuthering Waves, a game which they were a day one player of.
Oh no, number one rule, never announce your departure from a game. Oh no. Oh no, this is the cardinal sin.
The reason they gave had nothing to do with 𝑬𝑽𝑬𝑽 itself, which they actually still recommend to people. Rather, it's the community of Wuthering Waves that was the primary reason for their departure. This caused quite a stir within the replies and quote retweets from both the 𝑬𝑽𝑬 community and third parties with their own opinions of the situation itself and the responses that followed. Now, I know what some of you watching might be thinking, but I actually have no interest in talking about the problem with the Wuthering Waves community or comparisons to be made with another community and 𝑬𝑽𝑬𝑽. I instead want to look at a common rebuttal made towards the post, that it's not a problem because 𝑬𝑽𝑬𝑽 is a single-player game. While this response at a surface
it gets to it, they do not play single-player video games based off their quality enjoyment, but instead based off what complete strangers on Twitter. Oh, this is such a dog shit argument, in my opinion. Okay, in my view, this is a terrible argument. Oh, why do you have to know you're quitting? Because of the community, it's a single-player game. On the community, I think that's a terrible argument because so many people, it's not just about playing the game. Once they finish playing the game, they log off, they go to Twitter. They're following, like, so many, like, maybe creators or meme accounts or anything. Like, a lot of their online life is also consumed by, like, fandom, right? And so you can't just, like, quit a game. You have to almost exit an entire community because so many people get involved in, like, the deeper parts of it, right? Like, so many. I'd actually argue, like, so many of these, like, tribalist people on Twitter spend more time talking about the game on Twitter than actually playing it themselves. Right? All the daily accounts, the daily this, daily that. I'd argue more of them just spend more time on Twitter talking about the game or 𝑬𝑽𝑬𝑽 than actually playing it themselves. So, like, this is a terrible argument for me because so much of gacha culture is about more than just playing the actual game itself.
Level is a valid counterpoint. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. Let's quickly go over the value of this statement before I give my counterpoints. In the context of a
devil's advocate, but don't you create your own online community? At what point do you create your own misery? I mean, that's fair, right? That's fair. But I think, like, some of these people, clearly this person is, like, the online space, and it's become so synonymous with also, like, them playing 𝑬𝑽𝑬𝑽. If they quit the game, they're also going to have to end up quitting, like, the community that they've made. Like, clearly, bro, the person's Twitter was called Chang Li Fan. Their Twitter was called Chang Li Fan. Clearly, like, after they've logged off from 𝑬𝑽𝑬𝑽, they consumed a lot about 𝑬𝑽𝑬𝑽 content, and clearly it just gets to them. So maybe for them, just completely wiping it and quitting completely is maybe what they need. It's a break from the whole community. I think that's fine.
Multiplayer game, direct social interactions with other players is inevitable, and the actions of other players is a variable that you have no control over. In most instances, your only options for dealing with a problematic player is to either leave the session yourself or report them and cross your fingers that action is actually taken. Gacha games being primarily single-player games do not have this issue. Other players cannot have a direct negative influence on your experience of these games under any normal circumstances.
I will say, I think a lot of the solution is just to never engage in fandoms in the first place. But that's someone's choice. Like, for some people, they can't not. If they play a gacha game, they like to get involved with the fandom too. And if quitting the game is what they have to do, yo! Hello guys! Oh god! Thank you, Brax, for the raid! Oh my god, Brax was streaming? No fucking way! Braxophone actually played video games? I'm going to bed enjoy this video. I don't know what it is. Thanks, Brax. Thanks, lovely. Have a good sleep. Have a good night. Oh, I'm getting squeezed! Help! Ah! Help! Oh, get your grubby hands off me. Get your grubby hands off me. Yeah, so I think, you know, a lot of this is just like, don't engage in fandoms. You could enjoy media without getting involved. But bro, I'm one of those people where like I really enjoy fandoms sometimes. Like whenever I get into a manga or an anime series and I really get into it, I like to consume a lot of content about it. I like playing, I like you know, artwork, comics, memes. Like I love engaging with that stuff. So it's hard to separate the two sometimes.
Circumstances. Because of this, any discourse found on social media doesn't actually matter at any point while playing the game. You can simply choose to ignore it and continue playing, blissfully unaware of the toxicity running wild in some unknown corner online.
Honestly, this was also me for the first couple years I played like Genshin. I never looked up Genshin content ever. I literally never looked it up. The only time I really started getting deeper involved in like online communities of gachas was like when HSR came out.
Fine. Despite everything I said above, I still believe it is a completely acceptable reason to quit a gacha game if you have a problem with its community. Because for gacha games, the community is part of the experience for a lot of people when they play a gacha game. Gaming as a whole has grown and expanded beyond what it was in its infancy, becoming its own culture through which people express themselves. The same goes for social media and its continued integration into the day-to-day lives of countless people. Gacha games themselves are their own subculture in gaming that greatly benefits from online interaction. Even the developers and publishers of gacha games recognize its value and actively pushes for social interaction and community engagement.
I even, in the video that I released about like Genshin today, I even spoke about this. Like once people log off from a game, they're consuming content about the game outside of it. That's just like part of gacha culture.
All the time.
Not for everyone,
even going
but for
beyond
a lot of
the
people.
boundaries of the game itself to not only promote their product, but also to normalize their game as a subculture. Here's what you need to understand that is a key element to successful gacha games.
And that's also why the gacha like scene is so tribalistic, because it becomes such a big part of some people's identity.
Community engagement is a form of content. Engaging with online communities and talking about a game is a form of interaction with said game even when not actively playing it. You're still making a conscious decision to dedicate free time to something adjacently related and indirectly connecting yourself to that very ecosystem. And while this is not exclusive to the gacha genre greatly benefits from it because of the routine-like nature that these games cultivate out of their audiences. Forum discussions, videos, fan art, cosplay, memes, all of it and more can keep people engaged
100%.
with a gacha game without them ever having to play the game at that very moment. If you were to take those away, then the only thing that's keeping them committed to a gacha game is their own personal interest for the game itself. And while there are those who have no problem with that, not everyone wishes to experience something by themselves in their own little self-contained bubble. This is especially the case in the event of downtime near the tail end of an ongoing patch, as well as during those agonizingly drawn-out filler patches that every gacha will experience throughout their development. During these periods, the lack of content paired with the monotonous daily and weekly tasks is when a player is at their most vulnerable to hitting a breaking point with a game that they're playing every single day. Community interaction in that regard can step in to help alleviate that very fatigue as they await the next upcoming patch. And it goes even further than that when we consider how communities can improve or enhance someone's experience with these games, sharing hidden or off-the-beaten-path discoveries that plenty of people end up missing, providing more content and even some valuable rewards. Story breakdowns and lore discussions that give those with a lesser appreciation for writing and world building a window into the attention to detail these games have that goes unnoticed by many. Personal advice that helps struggling players to push their account progression in a positive direction. All these things and much more are
Bro, it's literally some of the stuff that I've been talking about yesterday too. Like, the creator economy is really, really important for these games. Because like example, like even in like a dead patch, these gachas can announce like an update that will happen next patch, or drop a trailer, or drop sneak peeks of what's to come. Like think of 𝑬𝑽𝑬𝑽. Do you remember when they used to like drip market like 6 characters all at once, like randomly at the end of something? Like that keeps you tied over a dead patch. A dead patch suddenly becomes a patch of excitement because they've drip marketed all the shit that's coming next. And now you're like, oh, well, I guess I won't quit. I'll wait and come back then. Like no one, A lot of people just don't quit. They're just waiting for a patch they like. Or think of the Edge Runners collab. A lot of people like, okay, I haven't quit, but I'm coming back for Edge Runners and seeing how it is, you know, like that exists.
Near objective benefit to both casual and hardcore players of these games that goes beyond the basic desire of social interaction that a community can aim to fulfill. So while I agree with the idea that gacha games can be played and enjoyed without engaging with its community, the statement undermines just how impactful an active community has on a gacha game.
I totally agree. Like, yeah, you can do it without the community, but so many people do, and it can't be like just ignored.
And its players. I'd like to go over some
nuance.
Smaller talking points.
Gacha community and nuance. Oh boy, no. Who engages with that?
Now regarding this before closing things out. If you're someone who thinks this is a gacha Twitter problem specifically and not a community problem, I'd agree, but also there's no—
I don't know. Have you seen Reddit, man? Like subreddits can be crazy. I remember the Love and Deep Space subreddit, bro. That shit was a minefield.
real alternative that's like Twitter. When compared to Reddit, Twitter is far more relaxed in its moderation and isn't poisoned by the reward structure that is upvote.
So many people use Reddit though for gachas. You'd be surprised. Also Discord servers as well. Discord servers for games can be kind of crazy.
Downvotes and karma points. YouTube lacks the same social features and tools that Twitter has, and putting together a video—
On Twitter, everybody has a voice. Like literally anyone can have a voice on Twitter. It's kind of crazy. There is no platform that does compare to it.
that acts as a vehicle for discussion cannot compete with a simple tweet in terms of accessibility and convenience for everyone. These are all the kinds of things that people subconsciously weigh the value of when choosing a social media platform. Twitter, of course, has its own problems, but its value outweighs said problems for countless people, so they will choose to continue to use Twitter. Another possibility is to curate your Twitter algorithm so you stop getting toxic and tribalistic posts. This one I don't see working effectively either. It's possible, but speaking from experience, algorithms work in mysterious ways. And even if you somehow manage to filter out all the toxicity and tribalism from your timeline, that doesn't account for quote retweets that you will receive from any accounts that you follow, which can include toxicity and tribalism. I just don't see a situation where you can effectively prevent exposure to these kind of things that isn't just creating an echo chamber or removing yourself from any—
It's not. Like, fandoms are echo chambers, and you just kind of have to, like, acknowledge that. Like, every game with a big community is going to have its glazers, it's going to have its doom posters. Like, you cannot get away from it. Right? Like, you're just not going to be able to get away from it. Like, you just have to accept it. And you either engage with the echo chamber, or you just have to accept there's going to be retarded, dumb people, and just deal with it and brunt it. Or just not physically engage with it as much. You can't remove negativity existing in society. Well, that's what I mean. Like, you can't remove it. Like, it's going to exist. It is just going to exist. So, there's no utopia that you could have a gaming community that's so big that isn't an echo chamber, that doesn't have— it just won't happen.
in all Twitter discussions. And lastly, at the end of the day, there are people out there who like something because it gives them an opportunity to meet and interact with new people. And I don't believe it's wrong to want to—
That's also why I think some of these like daily accounts or people that make Twitter accounts dedicated to like one kind of game, they become like vigilantes of that game. And as soon as they see someone that makes like a tweet that's like maybe dissing their game slightly, they have to like really farm it for brownie points because they're part of this community that does the same thing. Like, oh, this person says something bad about 𝑬𝑽𝑬𝑽, time to quote retweet them, and I give my opinion even though I might agree with them because it gets me brownie points in my community. And yay, my peers. And your whole life is now surrounded by getting validation from this group of people in that like community.
experience something with the intent of being a part of something bigger than just themselves. Video games come and go as life goes on, but it's the connections we can make with others through video games that can be everlasting and transcend the confines of where they originated from.
Dude, this is why I just play so many normal games now. I rarely play gachas on stream these days. Like, bro, I'm about to play a Chinese drama game. You know? Like, I'm so over it, bro. Like, I will play stories, and that's really it now. That's just kind of what I do. So yeah, about to play VR, about to play absolute peak. So that's a video by Arcon Zodan. Make sure you give him like a little sub. This is a pretty, I agree. I agree with most. I think there's nuance in the conversation. Yes, you could physically stop playing and engage with the community, but it's not feasible or realistic for so many. So yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm live every day. Okay, peace.